Hey guys, welcome to Coping with Cancer. This is the, I guess we could do episode 29. This is going to be the top 10 list of my favorite horror movies that I have to physically have. Now, I have horror movies digital that I don't physically have, but I'm putting that on myself to physically have a copy of it. So I went through and I picked Ted. Wow, I made it 30 seconds almost. And these are my favorite horror movies that I physically have. Which sucks because I do have a couple other ones that my son, Sam, has them. So they're not physically in my hand, so I can't count them because that would have like the Werewolf Flick Curse and things like that on it. But, so, number 10. Now, some people might be like, that's not a horror movie. It is. Stoker, Ozymandias, and Watchmen. Nice little crazy film, man. It's Nicole Kidman looking really good. The storyline is intriguing. I don't want to give it away, so I'm not going to. God damn, I look tired. But if you have not seen Stoker, give it a shot. You might like it. It's number 10. Okay, number 9. Number 9. Yeah, these all rank up above that one. Number 9. Again, you might be like, that's not horror. Yes, it is. I Saw the Devil. Now, I believe this is the, this is the Umbrella release. I don't remember how many of these were made. But I actually opened mine to watch it again and again and again. I absolutely adore this movie here. It's it's one that will absolutely stay with you. And again, I'm not going to give a whole lot of synopsis. This is about a serial killer, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's really good. It's really, really, really good. I might actually, it should be higher, but with what I'm looking at here, it can't be. Let's see here. I'm so sorry, guys. Number 8. No brainer. The Witch. Not in here. So that's unfortunate because I don't know where it is unless it's actually still in the Blu-ray player downstairs. This one's a little disturbing, especially the beginning. Those of you who have seen it, you know what I'm talking about, the whole peekaboo scene. Yeah, so if you're into period pieces and you haven't seen this, go see this. Rent this. There's no Blockbuster. Go get this on demand. Let's see here. Now we're getting into the, oh boy. I gotta go with this one. Number 7. Now, this one is not opened. I have a regular copy of this. But because I had 2 copies of this, I gave one to Sam. This is number 2,670 out of 10,000 made. Nightbreed. The Shout Factory release. Everybody likes to talk about Pinhead and the Cenobites. And Hellraiser. But pound for pound, I think Nightbreed is just a better story. If you haven't seen it, you don't have to get the director's cut. You don't. I have the poster, I have the box, I have everything that came with this. This is just, it's a good story. The ending is different, so you get 2 different copies. But either one you watch, it's going to be fine. I would say for people starting out with this, if you've not seen this, watch watch the the regular version first, and then watch the director's cut. Um, Again, it doesn't really matter which one you watch, but trust me. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7. So we're at number 6. I have 3 John Carpenters in here so far. Okay, so let's do In the Mouth of Madness. An incredible movie. It is the end of the trilogy being The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and then In the Mouth of Madness. You know what I'm doing. Sam Neill is incredible in it. Jürgen Prochnow is incredible in it. I want to say Julie Carmen? Let me see here. Julie Carmen. I was right. Sweet deal. Got Charlton Heston in it. So, without giving a whole lot away, for those who haven't seen it, this is Sutter Kane. Kind of think of him as like a Stephen King type, except he outsells King, I think 2 or 3 to 1. And just see this, especially if you're into like the Cthulhu mythos. You'll want to check this one out. Okay. This was 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So number 5 for me. Number 5 on my list of my favorite horror movies. Salem's Lot. Original. Now, I didn't really like the Rob Lowen. Sorry, Rob. Just didn't like it. Not anything you guys did. Just it wasn't what I wanted out of a Salem's Lot remake. Salem's Lot 2, Back to the Lot. No, don't ever watch that. It will make you hate yourself if you watch it. Basically, it's a horrible movie with horrible effects. But I am all about Salem's Lot, the book. Then there is the 2 short stories that take place in Salem's Lot that I'm aware of, being Jerusalem's Lot, Salem's Lot, and then One for the Road. And I think those are both in Night Shift. And I'm actually looking forward to the one with Bill Pullman's kid in it. That's hopefully coming out sooner than later. Actually, I think it is coming out this month, I think. I'm sorry, I yawned. So, we are now into the top 4. And this is tough. This is really tough. I'm not going to lie to you. Having to put these in an order is tough. And there will be movies that you would probably think you would see on my list, and I will explain why they're not on my list. Okay. Number 4. And this is probably going to shock people that know me. Because it's no longer number 1. Creepshow. Used to be number 1. I collect Creepshow. I have every format of this film. Beta, VHS, Laserdisc, the LCD disc. I have Creepshow 2 screener. I have every DVD copy that's ever been released, every Blu-ray copy that's been released. The only format I don't have is film, like 35, 16, whatever. I don't have that. Creepshow, I love to death because I'm a huge fan, and this includes reading Stephen King books. I love anthologies. I love short stories. I love Skeleton Crew. Everything's Eventual. Night Shift. I love all those Stephen King novels that are just short stories. And I love anthologies, so Creepshow I remember fucking me up as a kid, especially when Nate and Sylvia have their fun little to do in the kitchen. And if you haven't seen Creepshow, my God, go see it. It is a must see, in my opinion, for Halloween movies. Now, it's going to get really hard to do this, but I already know my order. My number 3 favorite scary horror movie of all time. I'm so lucky that I got these. I got the Steelbooks. The Fog by John Carpenter. Adrienne Barbeau, Tommy Atkins, Jamie Lee Curtis, Sir John Huston. I mean, Charlie. We just lost it. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Hal Holbrook. Charlie Cyphers. This is perfect. Almost as perfect as my number 1. My number 1 is perfect film. And one of the films that did not crack my top 10, but it was damn close, is the film Ghost Story, based on the book by Peter Straub. I love that movie. And I feel like, God, I wonder which one came out first. Ghost Story was what, 81? I don't know. But when I watch The Fog, I get that it's like an old school ghost story. It's not totally dependent on big over the top special effects. It's not crude. I mean, I'm no saint, but there are certain things that if I'm watching a horror movie, I don't want to see. This has none of those things. There's no stuff that I don't want to see. This is a perfect ghost movie right here. If you haven't seen The Fog, if you haven't seen my top 3, you're in dire need. Number 2, I feel is just now starting to get the love it deserved. I have loved this film since it came out. And I believe that was, 2007. I'm going to look on this one. Because this film is so fucking good. 2007. This movie is so good. It rekindled, I think, the genre of the anthology horror film. And Trick or Treat. Now, I have a friend of mine who does not agree with Sam's rules. And that's okay, you don't have to agree with Sam's rules. It's a hell of a movie. This is just so good. I believe that this film is this came out in 2007. I think films that have followed it have been like the All Hallows Eve 2, the VHS films. I think Trick or Treat is what jump-started the going back into an anthology. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. Because I felt like there was... What was the last good anthology that I can remember seeing? Tales from the Dark Side? A movie, not TV show. I love Tales from the Dark Side, though, the TV show. And Tales from the Crypt. But I don't recall seeing, it was dry. There was, all this run of just horror movies, scary movies, no anthology. And then Trick or Treat came out, and then we got the VHS's, the All Hallows Eves, those kinds of films. It's just so good. And Anna Paquin, oh man, looking amazing in this flick. And again, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody. If you have not seen it, and don't know why you haven't, go see this movie. See this movie. Okay, before I get to number 1, I'm going to give you guys I'm going to kind of not spoil the number 1, but you'll know what's not number 1. Films that I did not include on my top 10 list. Halloween, any of them. Played Out. I love Michael Myers, great character, but Played Out. We never have another Michael Myers based, which we apparently can't. I'm all for that. overplayed, overplayed, overplayed. Another film that I love, but it's just only okay for me. And I've got a friend, sorry Matt, who's going to be like, you're out of your damn mind. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not on my list. Again, I just overplayed. I mean, my number one's overplayed, but well, you know, it's my number one. Nothing wrong with Chainsaw. Nothing wrong. I love the one with Jessica Biel because she's a cutie. We had a conversation. She was filming that Carol movie, not too far from where I used to live, and she's a sweetheart. I met her. She's a sweetheart. I didn't ask her for an autograph or anything, but yeah. Justin Timberlake is a very lucky man. All I'm saying. Gosh, what else did I include? One that didn't make my list but almost made my list was Warlock with the late great Julian Sands. That's what I wish I had looked. That's what I wanted to look like back when that film came out. At that age, I wanted to look like Julian Sands. And like, if you haven't seen the Warlock, they're hokey, but they're fun. Also, if you're in the Julian Sands mood, check out a film called Boxing Helena. Sherilyn Fenn, Julian Sands. God, I can't remember everybody else that was in it. I can't remember. But incredible film. And I know that like you guys might have a favorite that's not on my list, and that's cool. We should not. I mean, well, number one, we should all have the same number one. I'm kidding. Number one for me. I'm just trying to think real quick if anything else did. Okay, so I told you I don't physically have Cursed here, but check out Cursed, because if I had that physically had that here, that would have been in this list. I don't know. Don't ask me. The Terrifier films. I preferred the All Hallows Eve over Terrifier 1 and 2 because, again, anthology. And Elm Streets. Love Freddy Krueger. Love him. But I had a chance to meet Bob England at the last Horror Hound here in Cincinnati, which was just a couple weeks ago. And it was handled so piss poorly. And the amount of money, and I know he's 70, he can ask whatever he wants to, and that's cool. That's cool. I chose not to go get an autograph. That kind of soured me a little bit because of my Skull, my Dream Warriors guitar, the Mr. Scary guitar. I wanted to get all the Elm Street cast to sign that were going to be at Horror Hound, and there's just no way. It would have cost me like $250 just to have them sign my guitar. And I'm like, hold on. The autograph is like $175, I think. It was something like that. But then you had to buy, if you weren't a VIP, you couldn't do it. But then you had to buy, it just got convoluted and crazy. And I just said, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this shit. Looking on my wall, see if I missed anything. Okay. The Evil Dead movies. I like them. They're not my number one favorite of all time. I have them. I have my signed steelbook right there. Signed by Linda, Scott, and Shelley. I have not had Bruce Campbell sign it yet. But my number one. And they're okay. I actually preferred the new one to the old ones. So, my number one favorite horror movie of all time. And this is a no-brainer. If you know me, this should not come as a surprise. I think it's his best work. It's his best film. I think the cast in this film, I think it's their best film. The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. This version is the, God, what version is this? I don't have as many copies of The Thing. I think I have, so I've got one here. I got 3 down on the Blu-rays, and I've got 1 hanging, so that's 5. The 1 hanging is signed by as many people as I have been able to get so far, and that includes Wilford Brimley. I even have Adrienne Barbeau, and people are going to be like, who is she in The fucking Thing? She's the voice of the computer, the chess computer. That's why she wrote Checkmate online. I'm beginning to see a lot of love for this movie. And I've had ups and downs with my movies. Like Creepshow used to be my favorite. And then, well, first of all, Halloween used to be my favorite. And I was so obsessed with that damn movie. But back when the internet was a young thing, us old folks will get the GeoCities reference. I got a hold of Mr. Akkad, Mustafa, and I asked him, hey, I would love to do a Halloween website. I want your permission. And he gave me flying, yes, do it, absolutely, go ahead. So it was like something like geocities.com/Hollywood/Haddonfield or something like that. God, that would have been like 97, 96, 90, 97-ish. And it, like I said earlier, why it's not on my list, it just is played out. The Thing, I don't think it's played out yet. I do know that there's some love. Some new love it's getting, which is absolutely well-deserved. I mean, just the effects alone. Look at Rob Bottin's work in this. It's amazing. Now, I will regularly let you guys know that I also enjoy the prequel to this movie. It has, Kai Proctor. I can't remember his name. Kai Proctor from Banshee. And then it's got Adebisi from Oz, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and then Joel Edgerton. It's good. I really enjoyed it. But just the effects of that one are terrible compared to the effects in this one. And it's almost like with CGI we have stepped backwards on what we can do and what we have done. I think CGI is a necessary evil at times. I mean, for example, when Sherry Moon Zombie blew out her eardrum, firing blanks in The Devil's Rejects. Yep, we don't want that to happen to anybody else. The bullet holes, all that. Yeah, perfect. But like for me, Werewolf in London is not on my list, and I love werewolf movies, but I look at that film as well. Look at the effects from then. That's Rick Baker, and then look at like Benicio del Toro's Wolfman. Horrible. We've gone backwards with The Thing. No matter how old this movie is, the effects, the practical effects, stand up. And they stand up amazingly well. I do have it on VHS, and well, actually, I forgot to tell you guys. Saturday we went junkin', and I told you that I went to Spirit. What I didn't tell you is I found a junk mall that had a whole bunch of really great shaped VHSs, and I was able to not only get Carpenter's Thing, but I was also able to get the original Thing from Another World on VHS. Phantasm. I don't remember what the other ones were. But pound for pound, looking back, The Thing, my number one horror movie of all time. It's timeless. I would love to meet Kurt Russell, and I would love to get him to sign my hanging copy, and I would love to be able to get John Carpenter to sign it. And I think there's like 3 other guys that are, like, I know there were some guys that were supposed to come to Horror Hound, and they ended up not being able to. And now that I'm thinking about it, son of a bitch. I have to go get that signed again. I just realized that the last autographs that I had for it was, oh God, what's his name? The guy that took care of the dogs. Keith David, Peter Maroney. Hold on, let me grab the poster that I had signed. Well, actually, hold on. Let me make sure I'm not just losing my damn mind. Because I could have swore. Right, there's Palmer. There's Clark. I got it. Okay. Hoo-hoo-hoo. For a second, I thought, I don't have Clark. But I do. And I'm going to show you guys this. This may actually end up being auctioned at some point in time for fourth and gold for pediatric cancer research. Oh wow, I should have had the light on the whole time. There's one on here, one that's not on here from the people that I had met, and that was Wilford. I did not have this at the time. Wilford was at the Whorehound, and unfortunately he passed away. So I didn't get to get him on this. Now, this might look like the poster that came with this. It's not. But I have this. And as you can see, it's Keith David. So there's Childs and Jennings and Windows and, you know, Clark, Palmer. Is that Palmer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't have Adrienne on here. Because I had her sign a different poster. I had to sign that, but I had to sign she's the only person on my Fog poster. So, but yeah. This may actually end up going to be auctioned off because it's not made out to me. And that copy is. So that copy is all signed to me. This one is not signed to anybody in particular. And look at that. It's even signed by Jed the dog. Clark did that, by the way. So yeah, pound for pound, I think The Thing is the greatest horror film of all time. And it encompasses horror. It encompasses science fiction, drama, mystery, thrills. It's everything in one movie. I would love to hear your guys' top 10 list. So drop it in the comments. What your favorite movies are. I'd love to know. I know everybody's like, oh, just hit me up in the comments. No, I really do want to know. Because if it's something I haven't seen, I'll watch it. Like I did today, I watched something called Founders Day. Wasn't bad. A little predictable. Ain't gonna lie. But wasn't bad. I gave Long Legs a second watch. Pretty good movie. Let's see. Anything else I can talk to you cats about? I don't believe so. But I can tell you it's going on 6 o'clock my time. I want to get this up and running. So there you have it. My top 10 list of my all-time favorites horror movies. And we'll go through it again real quick. At number 10, Stoker. At number 9, I Saw the Devil. At number 8, The Witch. At number 7, Nightbreed. Number 6, In the Mouth of Madness. Number 5, Salem's Lot. Number 4, Creepshow. Number 3, The Fog. Number 2, Trick or Treat. Greatest anthology ever made. And number 1, The Thing. I really still don't know what copy this is. I know. Oh, here we go. Hold on. It's Titans. That's who it is. It's Titans. Titans. I can't read because I'm being vain. I'm being vain. So I'm going to put these on to look this up. Titans of Cult. This comes with a what else is with this? A patch, steelbook. It's in a steelbook. It's got epoxy pins. Got iron-on patch. Yeah, you get this awesome packaging. That's my top 10. I'd love to hear yours. Sound off in the comments. Until next time, try to stay scared. Later, guys. Love you.